Alright everyone, so here is my Bushcraft belt kit. Now, first thing to say is everything on here isn't what I walk around with all the time when I'm doing, bushcraft and practicing that skill. I've loaded this up with all the things I have made for it to demonstrate for the video. As it is right now, this is a bit heavy. Actually not too bad, but this can be a gun belt. I've done like a tactical shooting class with just this is my gun belt. Or it can just be a woods belt, get rid of the Beretta, maybe move the accipiter here a little bit. So it's pretty versatile. I've got it loaded up with everything today. Everything you see here is also handmade by me, including the knife, everything except for the Beretta, which has simply been customized. Let me talk about what I have on here and why I like it set up the way it is and how I use it. First thing to mention is the belt itself. It's 2 inches wide. It's a piece of 8-ounce leather, 8 to 9 ounce leather with 5/6 ounce leather bounded together. And it's this kind of Ranger style where you have a smaller strap here to tighten it up. And you got a thicker load bearing strap to carry all your stuff. Hand stitched, took forever to do, but ended up being really nice. It stays really secure. So that's that's the base, the background of this whole belt setup. And it's got some brass fittings on it as well. Everything on it here is brass. Next thing I've got is this Tinder bag that I've made here. Let's come in for a close-up on that Tinder bag. So here's the Tinder bag. I really like the style bag. It's so nice because it's compact. You've got a toggle on here, in this case a little whitetail antler, but you can open it up so quickly and there's no kind of dark nooks and crannies. That's what I love about this style of bag, is that you can open it up completely flat. It's so hard to see what's in the bottom of bags sometimes. This just opens up like a dinner plate. And so I've got some various tinders in there. Got some poplar inner bark here, and of course a bunch of birch and some fatwood. I think I've got a little beeswax candle down in the bottom there. Of course some flint, which is great to have on hand. And do I have steel in there with the flint? I should. Some cordage in case I'm going to be making a bow. And of course the beeswax is going to help with that as well. And I'm talking about a fire bow here to start a fire. And there may or may not be a piece of flint or a piece of steel down in there to make that flint spark. Should be in there somewhere, but I can't find it. It's very, very dusty in there. Anyway, this is a great thing to have. And also this is versatile. If you cleaned all this off, you could process, I don't know, on the other side you could process some food, maybe some game. You could use it as a glove if you needed to pull something hot off the fire. You'll find a lot of uses for multi-use items like this. And so this is great. A lot of times you just grab your Tinder where you are as you go, but on days like today when everything is soaked, even the dry things are soaked, that's when a Tinder bag like this comes in really nice, really clutch. So there you have it. Goes up nice and tight. And again, this is very lightweight and you can just wrap it around your belt and you're good to go. Next up is the accipiter. Now the accipiter is my kind of favorite knife I've made. It's a recurve Bowie knife. It's got brass guard, some brass in the center there, the ichthus sign, but also offers some grip. And this is a very comfortable knife to carry, a very, very comfortable knife to use because of the attention to detail I've given to that guard when it transitions to the handle. This is a smooth transition. It doesn't cut up your fingers at all. You don't get that out of a factory knife. They just always do a 90-degree cut there, and it's not, that's not comfortable. This is great. Recurve Bowie design. This was designed as kind of like a combat knife. Think something like a Randall or a K-bar. That's what I made it for, but I've actually found it to be really helpful when camping and doing outdoor stuff. I'll roll some footage of it chopping. It's a pretty decent chopper, even though it's not too heavy. Very nice. And despite being a good chopper, like I mentioned, it's light, it can butcher, it can do even finer stuff. I think I've skinned a rabbit with this before. Good for working around the campfire, bushcraft, batoning, It's pretty versatile even though it's so large. So I really enjoy having the accipiter on here. It's just a knife that makes me glad to have with me because I like it so much. Now I've got this on a custom mount, as you can see. I'll just show it to you. So what it is it's in this chassis system, which allows it to hook onto that bigger belt. 4 snaps here, they hold it secure and it goes on my left side. What I can do is I can unhook it from that chassis system and there it is on its own. Now the way it would generally be worn is just like this. That is a easy, fast way to wear it. That's a concealable way to wear it as well. You can take it with you wherever you'd like this, and access it quickly. So this is a versatile way to carry the accipiter. It just helps it to come with me, but it's not bulky. So if I want to take it out of that chassis system, I have it like this. That's very smooth, not bulky. Again, I can just tuck that in my belt, tuck it in my pants, walk around, camp with it, whatever I'd like. So it's not committed to this, but when I do put it in there, it helps it fit well onto the belt. So that's something nice about doing something fully custom, is that you can make something like this work with it. So that is how the accipiter connects to the Bushcraft belt. This is a 1095 differentially treated high carbon steel. You can see more videos on that on my other videos. We'll set that aside then. Next up is this main pouch. I'll bring you in a little bit closer to see how this guy works. So here's the main pouch. This holds most of the stuff. This is what took the long, and again, this is all handmade and hand stitched, so it took a long time to do. What we have is a 8 to 9 ounce leather here, veg tan, and that is around a utility hide, an oil tanned leather. So nice and thick stuff, good quality, really resistant to the weather. Does not matter if this gets wet, and it does its job well. What we're gonna first see is the outside. We've got a snap enclosure there, and that's just for this SOG Leatherman. It's kind of a contradiction. This SOG multi-tool. Really good to have a multi-tool anytime, anywhere, but especially in the woods, you'll find you need it. That one's got a saw on it, so I like it a lot. And it has very precise little pinchers. The precision there is really important. Almost you can use that instead of tweezers. So there's our outside panel. That's quick access. We've got 2 snaps holding the top down, and first thing you'll see here is wet formed holding my Hudson Bay tobacco tin. And this is the real flint and steel. This is the real article here, flint and steel. So you'll see them right there. This is a really easy way to make fire. Honestly, it's easier because it forces you to take all the steps you're supposed to take and not skip any steps. If you are lighting fire with an open flame like a lighter, you will sometimes skip steps and that fire will die. This forces you to take all the right steps, and for me, it comes out with a more successful fire more often, which I like. And here, I'm not really organized here now, but always some blue shop towels. This is just about as good as a cotton cloth. These things are excellent. Blue shop towels there as well. And we've got, this is the everyday flashlight as well, the SR2 Baton 2. They name it so difficult. S2R Baton 2. Anyway, I've got a new body on this one because my old one totally wore out. But this is a great flashlight. I've been using this since 2018. Set that down over here. Standard lighter, good to have. This, I believe, has utility in it. No, this is a medical deal. So I've got some painkiller and some bigger bandages in there and some band-aids and some maybe Neosporin, things like that. So that's good for any medical needs you might have. Nice compact there. Plenty of paracord because I'm using paracord a lot for a variety of things when I'm out in the woods. Hanging the water over the fire, little shelters, all sorts of stuff. So if you know how to use paracord, it's good at a lot of it. If you don't know how to use it, you don't need as much. A sling, good old-fashioned David type sling. This is just for a lot of fun. throw black walnuts with that and have a great time. And then, yeah, some more Blue Shop towels in the back. And that's about it for now. You can pack this with more stuff, but this is just the kind of the bare essentials. And, you know, everything in here, it gets used pretty often, except for the medical stuff. So you can put more in there. That's all I have right now. It's not, you know, overstuffed. Again, this goes and secures like so. The way this attaches is very easily. I've just put some slits in the back, but you can also choose to hang this like a small bag. There then is the main pouch to my leather bushcraft kit. All right, so after the pouch, we have the water bottle holder. Now this holds my Clean Canteen stainless steel water bottle. I really like this water bottle. I'll show you, this connects actually pretty quickly and easily. So I'll just take it off. The connection of how this works is you've got these as spacers to match the width of your belt. So you could do this on a smaller belt as well. This goes through the belt, comes up through the top retainer, and then you just can simply seal it off or secure it by pushing the rivet there through the hole in the leather. It doesn't come loose at that point because of this keeper. So you can carry it like that, but you can also take it off quickly by popping this one off and pulling it through. So it's a good way to get it onto your belt quickly without having to remove your other gear. It's kind of minimalist. You just drop your canteen in here and it holds it. This is my very first try. I'm not super proud of it. I don't love it, but I like it enough to use it. And I'd like to see this design get a little bit better for me, but it works. And of course the Clean Canteen is great because you can boil water in it and also just use it as a water bottle. So there is my quick attachment way to carry some water with me, and always good to have there and available. And again, goes on nice and easy. And we'll just put that off to the side. All right, last thing on here is the Beretta 92X with a number of upgrades I've done to it. Now, of course, this is unnecessary. You don't need a 9mm handgun in the woods, but I like carrying it with me when I've got everything together, and when I'm using this as just a gun belt, here's the gun for it. So this is a leather, make sure it's safe. This is a beeswaxed leather holster I've made for it. You can hear how tough that is. That's almost like Kydex. Notice I'm pushing on that and it won't shut. Holds the Beretta nicely, as you saw in some of the beginning footage with me jumping across the little gorge there. That's just for fun. I love doing that sort of thing, but that's also for testing the gear. Nothing here came out, nothing here fell loose during that time. That tells me that's a good thing. So the Beretta here, why I do like it, and I've used it for camping and whatnot, not camping, but for out getting various game, is just because it is so very accurate, so very precise. This double action trigger pull I really like for the safety of it and for the time it gives you to focus in on your shot. I'll roll in a little bit of footage of shooting this right now. Fast and accurate. The Beretta is significantly capable and accurate even at 50 yards. It's surprisingly good at long range. So you could see there, close range and long range, it does a great job. Just a quick overview of what I've done to this. Wilson Combat front sight, custom Alumahide spray on the slide here, GD cocker I put in. It's got the trigger reset spring by, I think, Langdon Tactical. It's got an extra power extractor spring I put in there. It has the 13-pound hammer spring. I've put some grip on the front and back, and also did a custom mag well bevel. Along with all those, it has these, I think these are VC grip panels that allow it to be in the Vertex style grip, which I'm not sure if I like best yet, but I do like the look of it. So this is a reliable, smooth shooting, accurate, well-made, high-quality firearm that I just like to have with me. It's heavy, of course, but I still like it. So there you go. So that covers everything I have on the belt here. So getting all this kit on is easy. You gotta make sure it's not falling everywhere when you turn it sideways. So you gotta have your leather formed well, and you don't want, your water bottle, your gun falling off and everything shifting. And just put it on right onto the belt, and now it's totally good to go. I'm ready to move. Again, as I illustrated earlier, you can move a lot, you can jump with this, it's not falling off. It's holds tight, it's very comfortable, and everything is nice and accessible to me. Get to this, back here, and there, get to my water bottle if I'd like. So it's great, and the thing I like a lot about the belt is it's easy on, easy off, and it can hold a lot more comfortably than a haversack can. As far as weather goes, water, things like that, it never bothered my leather. So I've had this out in the rain, set it down in the wet, and my rule is as long as you're using your leather regularly, it'll be fine. It's when it gets wet and you set it down and leave it there, that's when you run into trouble. Just keep using it. Just the running stream principle, the rolling rock principle, it'll be good. So everyone, thank you for watching this video. Again, this is all handmade, so any questions, I can answer them for you. Mars Fire Forge is the main thing I do, making knives like the Oipter and other knives. So if you're interested in that, go to marsfireforge.com or give me an email at marsfireforge@gmail.com. I also have an Instagram account where you can see other things there. Thanks for watching the video. Please give a like, please subscribe. Let me know if you'd like to see more bushcraft videos of this nature, and I appreciate you watching.